Hey everybody, Kyle Farley here with Hooked in Travel, an AM/PM guide service. I'm back here with Joclyn Leung at Angling Outfitters in Woodstock, Ontario. Now we've had a lot of requests for the original Lowrance HDS Gen 2s and a couple other units that have very similar programming, just because so many people still have those units. Stay tuned guys, and we'll show you how to do the setup, settings, and programming for the units.
Alright guys, we've had a lot of requests to teach people how to program the older Lowrance systems, first generation and second generation HDSs. This is a HDS Gen 1.8. It's an older system, excellent systems. We still see 30 to 40 of these units a year that we have to program and update. The software version for these units should be version 4.0. If you do update the software on Lowrance's website, the units will allow you to get the new Navionics cards that are a lot larger than 1 gig, and it will read the better software if you update the units. Okay, so we're going to start programming this HDS 8 right now. So a little bit tricky, so watch closely and we shall teach you guys a lot of things. So the first thing we're going to do is set up the screen. On the screens we need to put information that's pertinent to our application. So first thing we're going to do is put information on the screen. Hit the menu button 2 times. 1, 2. Go up with the cursor button. Up to pages. Go across. Go down because it says data overlay. Edit data overlay. So we're going to edit it. We press enter. We hit the menu button. This is memory work. We go down to add because I'd like to put information on the screen. Enter. We need to know what we're facing, course over ground. We need to know our depth. I'd like to know my time. Enter. And I'd like to know my voltmeter. Now, because the map screen is not important, we'd like to put some trip information to know how far we've gone and how much gas we've used. Enter. Yearly distance, trip distance, and how fast the boat actually goes. Exit once. You have a blue square on the last overlay. We make it smaller with a zoom in, zoom out button. So we're going to zoom out and we're going to press enter and the arrows show up on the blue square. We're going to move the non-pertinent information to the right of the fish finder. So right now we've moved over our max speed of the boat. We enter. Now we can move the square to another system. Trip distance, zoom out, enter. We want to move it to the right hand side of the screen so it's out of the way. So we're just hitting the right cursor. So that's done. Move it down, enter. Yearly distance, make it smaller, enter. Move it over and bring it back down. Enter. We go to our voltage, zoom out, enter. Now we have to move this out of this box because if we move the cursor, it shows a information bar. So we've moved the voltmeter right here, enter. Time is made smaller. Depth is moved to the top right, not all the way to the right, just more towards the right. We press enter, and then compass heading, we have to highlight compass heading, enter. We can keep it bigger. I like it making it a little bit smaller, so I made it smaller and I move it to the center of the screen. And then we press enter. Save. We saved everything, so this keeps all your information on the screen. The orientation of the units from the factory is north up. All the car GPSs work on course up, so we're going to put this orientation at course up. Hit the menu button once, go down to chart options, go across on the cursor. Orientation, we're going to put course up, enter. Down, down, enter. So we're on course up. We exit once, we exit twice. Now the map moves, you stay in the middle of the screen. Menu once, menu twice. We go to chart. We want to put a heading extension on. For those that troll, The heading extension will show you if you're keeping the boat straight. So we're going to zoom in. So we're on this lake in Oklahoma on the demo screen. As we zoom in, we have a bar that shows a 1 mile extension. If I want to keep the boat straight because I'm trolling the Great Lakes or the ocean, I move my cursor upwards, and I have to keep the boat at 242 degrees. Keep the boat at 242 degrees. No more fighting with the wife and blaming the wife for driving in circles. That's why we put a heading extension, and that's where your toolbar is. That's why we moved the voltmeter so it wouldn't be in the way of the toolbar. Okay, so that's one of the pages programmed. Let's go make more pages. Alright guys, we're going to go to create some more custom screens for your application. We hit the page button, and right now we're on charts. It runs on a dial. So right now we want to stay in charts, but we want to go charts plus the fish finder. We press chart plus sonar, but on the HDS 8 and 10s they have quick keys. So we're going to set the second key as a quick key. We hold our finger down, and now we have map with fish finder. So we hit this button, and now we're on map with fish finder. Now we're going to customize the overlay based on our application. Menu twice, go up to pages, go across pages, go adjust, edit pan data overlay, same as before, enter. Menu, we go to add. We'd love to know how to keep the boat straight, which is course over ground. We want to know our time, and we want to know our voltmeter. We don't need a trip computer because the trip computer is on the map only screen. So we go to other, we put the voltmeter, we go exit once, we make it smaller, zoom out, enter, move it down just a little bit, enter. Go to time, make it smaller, zoom out, go to course, make it smaller, enter, move it across, move it up, enter. Now this is only because I actually know what I'm actually doing. We're going to move the depth and the water temp over because I want a bigger map. So I move the depth highlighted, press enter, move it over, enter. Water temperature, enter, move it over, enter, save. So we've customized this screen. Now we want to make the map bigger, fish finder smaller. Menu twice, 1, 2, go to pages, go across, and it says adjust panel sizes. We press enter. We make the map smaller, the fish finder smaller, the map bigger. Okay. Now we're going to customize the sonar for our application. I'm going to go through each setting. So I go pages, we go across the dial. There's a dial right here, the round dial. We go to sonar, we save it as a quick key, we enter it. So we've saved the fish finder. So we are going to customize the sonar, very, very important. Menu once, menu twice. Go across sonar. Go across. We go down. Noise rejection is on low. Surface clarity is off. Scroll speed, we want it to be 3 times because it won't cut out as much on high speeds. Enter. So we go 1, 2. So we've increased the scroll speed by 3 times. We go down to fishing mode. General use means over 100 feet of water. Shallow water means less than 100 feet of water. We don't generally use the freshwater mode. If the ocean folks, they're going to want deep water. I kind of set it to those main settings. If you're ice fishing, you go to the ice mode. So we're going to go shallow water because we're fishing bass and walleyes in less than 60 feet of water. We press enter. So I've got it. Oops. When you change the mode, you have to increase. You got to set your scroll speed again. 1, 2. Okay. Now we go down to installation. There's quite a few different transducers. So typically in fresh water, we go to the transducer type, and most of these units for freshwater bass and trolling would have came with the HST WSBL. The saltwater boys would take the dual frequency, which is DF. but we're going to stick with HST WSBL, enter, and we're going to save it. So I've told the unit which crystals I have, and I told them what the application is. So now we're going to set the rest of the fish finder up. Menu once, go down to sonar options, across. Palette number 13, I prefer. Everybody has their own color choices. If you're colorblind, many guys use palette number 8, but we're going to stick with palette number 13 so that I can see the fish in the weeds. Now, the darker the bottom, the harder the bottom. So that's why I stick with 13. You pick whatever color best suits your eyes, because many guys can only see certain colors, or they can't see the pinks, or they can't see the blues. So you pick the color that stands out the best for your eyes. Okay, so we finished setting up the fish finder. There's a little secret that I like on these HDSs. They started this 16 years ago. Menu once, go to sonar options, go across, and we turn on the temperature graph. This is an awesome feature. When I zoom in, it marks 1/10 of a degree when you're going in and out of the bays. Very, very important when you're early season crappie and pike fishing, because when the bay gets warmer or cooler, you'll see the red line go higher or lower based on if the bay is cooler or warmer. So that's a nice feature we turn on. It's called the temperature graph. So I just got to zoom back out, and we're going to put some information on our fish finder screen. Menu once, menu twice, go up to pages, go across, edit, enter, menu, add. So we'd love to know our trolling speed. Go up to GPS. We've got our trolling speed and our course. You can put whatever you want, but I'm just going to keep it simple for now. Exit once, course over ground, make it smaller, and move it. So we just moved it up over here, move it up, enter, and then we take the trolling speed and move it to the other side of the screen, because we have the depth and we have the water temp on the left screen. So that's setting up the fish finder. Enter, exit, save. So all the custom screens are done. We hit the pages button. We're going to save the quick key on, we've already done sonar. Now we've got to do chart. So charts right here, whatever feature you want. So if we had radar, autopilots, you just pick your quick keys. So that's kind of the basics for running the setups on the HDS Gen 1 and Gen 2s.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video today. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll have more videos coming at you. Tailends, guys.